Training frequency. How often should anybody, but particularly an older guy, how often should an older guy actually train? Well, the things to consider here are how quickly and thoroughly can you recover? Because that's what matters. Because the first thing you have to understand is you don't build muscle in the gym. I don't build muscle in the gym. Nobody has ever built an ounce of muscle in any gym. You know, you don't build muscle in your basement with the weights or wherever you're at, garage, gym. You don't build muscle there. You're actually inflicting the damage there to generate an adaptive response. You're there to do the damage in the gym. You're actually damaging the muscle. It's a catabolic experience. That's why I go through all these measures that I do, take all these measures that I take pre-workout, as far as all of the Carbolin and everything I put in there, the vasodilators, you know, make advantage of my healthy ability to generate insulin, the release of insulin in my own body, you know, all that shit. Because it's a catabolic experience. So I want to begin the recuperative or recovery process as soon as possible. And I want to make advantage of, because you're crushing blood sugar in the gym, I want to take advantage of that opportunity that as the muscles are wrung out, it's kind of like a sponge. I believe that if you take a sponge, it's just sitting here, you pick it up, you just dip it in water, you pull it out, you weigh it, okay? Compared to if you had already had water in it and you wring it completely out as much as you can, and while it's twisted and wrung out, you sand it in there and let it expand and open up, then pull it out. I believe it's heavier. And I believe it's a similar effect occurs in muscle, and it bears out to be true anecdotally, but I mean, I get incredible monster pumps and it keeps me nice and full without a whole lot of other effort. That's why I do all that, because the workout is catabolic. So how frequently can you work out has to do with a whole bunch of stuff. How quickly and thoroughly can you recover between workouts? Because since you're just in the gym doing damage, you're not building muscle in the gym. You build muscle doing all the right things out of the gym after the workout. The workout is just the stimulus. So with that in mind, if you can't completely recover or thoroughly recover, and you just keep going back into the gym, this is the reason why, or a huge part of it. It's not the sole reason why, because you have central nervous system shit to think about, but this is a huge part of the reason why, that almost in 100% of the cases, if you're training pretty hard and you've been going at it for a while, and then you just take a few days off or a week off, you know, a lot of guys will say they came back, they were stronger than before. Of course, because now you're really fresh and fully recovered. So that kind of tells me that I'm not fully recovered, not fully recovering between workouts, you know, before I hit the next round and do the same body part again, right, for the second time, then that means it's probably not fully recovered from the first go round, or in totality, it's too much taxation on my central nervous system. So what can you do about that? Well, that's all got everything to do with how much sleep do you get, how much rest do you get, how active are you otherwise, and calories are the coin of the realm, of course. Everything costs calories. Everything costs calories. So is the nutritional support there to help you to recover? Or, you know, that's what your recovery is going to depend on. How well are you resting? How well are you hydrated? How well are you fed? How much nutrition is in there? Is everything the muscle needs, is everything the body needs available material-wise for the body to be most effective and efficient at making these reparations and recovery? That's going to tell you how often and frequently you can work out. Just as a general rule of thumb, a lot of people say, well, you could work a muscle twice a week. For an older guy, I'm going to say that if you're training hard, you know, like you're trying to make progress, you're not just maintaining, you're trying to make progress, all right? Not maintaining, you're trying to make progress. I'm going to say 2 times a week is too much. Too much. I have done it when I was younger. I don't do it anymore. So what I do today, I'm not currently doing it, but one of my favorite things to do is train every other day. Train every other day. I'll do that. Other times I may train, I do a rotation where I probably hit everything twice in 10 days. I don't go, once a week. It's a little more than once a week, but it's not twice a week. And that's me. That's me. And I promise you that most people out there, especially older guys, most older guys out there are not taking the extensive measures that I take. And I don't consider it extensive. I've been doing it so long, it's just the way I do. It's just my normal routine for me. But if that shit's not your normal routine for you, it would seem like you'd have to go out of your way a whole lot to be able to afford your body all the benefits and the assets and the advantages that I provide mine. So there's that. It's just the experience and my recovery, my ability to recover is probably a little better than most people for that reason. Because especially younger guys, but I'm particularly talking to older guys, but especially younger guys, they're more concerned of getting in the gym. They get that release of all these endorphins and shit in their brain through the workout, just like we all do. And a lot of these younger guys, man, they're heavy on the stims anyway. They're heavy on the stims. We didn't have that when I was younger. So they're all jacked up on caffeine. They're taxing the fuck out of their nervous system. They're going at it like a bat out of hell. They're much more concerned with the workout than they are all the other things, even though the workout is such a small part of your plan. If your plan is solely, my plan is much more holistic. My plan is much more well-rounded and does consider practical, general, functional fitness. And as an older person, I believe yours should too. But if you're taking a particular time out, a particular window of time, you're going to dedicate everything and all your resources to building muscle right now. I think that a lot of younger guys that are chasing that, they let fall by the wayside all the other stuff, which really, when you think about it, doesn't make any sense because the workout, how many hours are you actually in the gym out of all the hours in the week? And then how many hours in the week are you up and mobile and around and functioning and doing things? You're not laying down prone sleeping, okay? How many hours out of that are you eating? So you're asking a whole lot of your body all week long, and the workout is like the smallest portion. So if you're going to focus solely that you think the workout is the be-all end-all, that's the smallest. That's actually the least of all of it. Basically, it really is. I mean, I can't. I'm not going to say that any kind of workout's going to benefit you, although it probably will to some extent. But the workout has to be intense enough, and a lot of people are not putting the intensity in. They're just in there putting their time in, but you don't want to go all the way the other side either and just focus everything and think the workout is the be-all end-all and forget about everything else. All the other support systems have to be there. So workout-wise, maybe try workout every other day. Maybe try like I do, maybe get your rotation going where you break it up to end up maybe working every body part twice in 10 days. If you're one of those guys that feels like you'd rather do it twice a week, maybe 10 days and see how that works. Maybe elevate the intensity a little bit in your workouts and get your diet on point. Fill in the blanks where you're falling short on diet, nutrition, and supplementation. Because as older guys, we do not metabolize, synthesize, and absorb nutrition like we used to. So you have to account for that, and you do that by considering digestive enzymes, a really good probiotic. I know the list seems to be getting long, seems like a lot to do, but what you get out of it is going to depend on what you put into it. And any one of these things that is a major hole in your program or your plan could be a fucking game changer if you plug that hole. So that's what I have to say on that. Now I have to drink this and rustle up some grub.